computer. There we go. All right, good morning. It's Tuesday, January 10th. I'm gonna not go over the lesson quite yet, but just so you know, today we're starting language arts lesson 403. We looked at it a little bit yesterday because some of the pages in the middle of it have the writing lesson about how to write your introduction. So we have already looked at it. It's a fairly short lesson, but you have a couple of days for it. So you don't have to submit anything today. You'll just have to read through it later on. In the meantime, I have a challenge for you this morning.
Not to submit anything, then you are not going to do any further.
Okay, let's go here. Somebody's got their sound on. We're listening to somebody's mom talk. All right, so here's my challenge to you. We're going to turn our cameras down to a workspace. You can do it on your page if you want to. And you're going to grab a couple of piles of books or some way to make a space that has air between it. So I happen to have lots of books. So like that, with a space between. Can you guys see that space? And then your challenge is using one piece of paper. Can you make it in a way that it will actually hold weight? So like when I put this piece of paper here, it makes a bridge. But if I try to put something on it, my bridge won't stand. So what can I do to this paper to make a bridge that will actually stand? So everybody get up and grab some books, or if you have it, you could use just anything that has some height to it. Books work really well, but I suppose you could use anything. And make yourself a little platform, and then grab a piece of paper. You can rip it out of a notebook. If you have a piece of paper in a notebook, you can rip that out. You could use your notebooks and just rip out a page that you don't need, an old page from the beginning of the year. Here we go, speech tool guide. How about that one? So you could rip out that. And then see what you can do to make a bridge that's going to be stronger. I don't know about you. I think I'm going to use some folding. So you got 5 minutes to create a bridge, and we'll see whose bridge will hold the most weight. And you can unmute and chat with us if you want to, if you have brilliant ideas. Maybe you'll double or triple your paper. Maybe you'll come up with a way to make it stand there, but you can't use anything else. It just has to be one piece of paper. Wow, my paper is getting stronger.
I did it.
Let's see, Kyle, what'd you manage to make? Yeah, but it's pretty floppy, buddy. Try to put something heavier on there.
Fine.
So like, for instance, I've changed my paper to this design. Let me see if this one's stronger.
I've seen this before. I got an idea.
Oh, it holds my sunglasses. Will it hold my phone? Oh, I don't know if it will. Oh,
I got it. I got one.
let me see if it'll hold my cup of coffee. I don't want to spill my coffee.
I got this.
Oh my gosh, it almost held my cup of coffee, but not.
I just put the book. I just did this.
What'd you do, Liam?
I just put the paper underneath the books.
Yeah, but you can't do that. It has to be freestanding. So try again. Try again.
Bunch of candy will work.
I think, I've read that the triangle shape is one of the strongest shapes. So when you get that triangle shape going, that can really help.
This didn't work.
It hold my coffee cup, but let's see if it'll hold my, ooh, this is pretty heavy. I don't know. Do you think it'll hold that? Oh, it did. Look, guys, it's holding the fence. Well, let's see what you're making. Ooh, what is that? Is that Evie? Evie, what have you done to that paper to make it like that? Or are your things sitting on the edge? So I think you're actually setting it on the container and not on just the paper, are you?
No, I'm setting it on the paper. They're just moved over on the edge.
Look,
But
Jimmy.
what did you do to the paper to make it strong?
I don't know. I kind of like just smushed it a little bit and messed with it a little bit, and then I
Oh, I know.
Show us your paper. Take this stuff off and show us what you did to the paper. Be interesting to see.
I like crumpled it up like this.
Ah, and that made it stronger. The bends in it made it stronger.
Yes, and then I flattened it out again.
Ah, okay. Who else has a brilliant technique? Anybody else have some success?
If you see.
I want to try just folding paper over and over again and see if it gets, because I know that once you fold paper more than once, it can get really hard to tear. What happens if I just fold my paper over itself? So I'm trying the paper folded over a bunch of times. I don't think it'll be as strong though.
Yeah, but you have to make it small to be able to make it.
This one so far, this one is winning. This thin one. How you guys doing? 2 more minutes. Anybody get another brilliant idea? Let's see what you've got. Christian, are you doing it? Megan, you doing it?
Wow.
Oh, Anna, you can't tuck it under the books though. It can't be.
My
tucked under
pencil
the book.
case. I put my pencil case with all the pencils and everything.
Let's see. Yeah, let me pin your screen. Yeah. Oh, except for that, your pencil case is sitting on your book bag. Silly. You gotta
Wait,
get it to sit in the space in between. Try try folding your paper a few times, because what you'll find is as you fold it like this, it gets way stronger.
I'll crumble it.
It's like corrugated. Or try crumbling it, the Evie method. We call it the Evie way. Now, who's Vivi's got it folded, but turn the paper 90 degrees or turn the paper 45 degrees. There you go. Vivi, try it the other way. Turn the paper 1/4 degree. Yeah, like that. Try that. What happens when you do that? Yay, better. Eli, we can't see your paper. Lauren, we can't see your paper. Kano, we can't see your paper. Liam, what have you got going on there?
I'm trying to find a way still.
Okay. What if you did like something crazy, like folded all the edges in or something? See here. Oh, here we go. Make it halfway, and then halfway.
I'm making a fan for some reason.
I'm just trying folding it a few times to see what happens. Uh-oh, I don't know about this one. Not looking good.
Why am I making a fan?
Wait till you see how strong.
Somehow that worked.
Wait till you see the fan. So far, the fan has done the best for me. Also, I think after you fold your paper like 100 times, it gets a lot harder to keep it in good shape. It's got some wrinkles. Okay, let me see here.
If you try to fold all the sides, let's see what happens if you actually try to fold
Got a new method. I don't think so. This, yeah, none of the others are as strong as this. Look at this. The fan one will hold my. It holds my
I got one.
my tape dispenser. Let's see. Liam, have you got a good one?
I folded this. I just folded the sides.
Oh, and that helped. Wow. Huh. Made it stronger on the end so it didn't fall down.
Yeah. Let me see.
Okay. Anybody else want to share what they've done? Or are we ready to move on?
Hey, my book. It's working.
I
Well,
would like to
show us. I know you're aiming at the wall behind you. Aim it at your invention.
I don't know. Okay, in a minute.
I know. Mohammed, have you got one? Hamadi, have you got one? No?
Kind of.
Anna, have you got one that's working? Show us. Where'd you go, Anna?
Well, I folded the paper a couple of times and I just put it.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, you've got it like in quarters. So 4 times the width. Good job. Nice.
This
Vivi,
is
have you got one
heavy.
that's working? Cool.
Huh?
Vivi, have you got one that's working?
Yes, get a big sheet of paper and simply just tuck
Oh,
it.
fold it over the edge. Nice.
Yeah, just get a big sheet and tuck it.
Hey, it worked. It holds my TV remote with extremely heavy batteries.
Where, let's see what you've got. Kind of, I'm going to pin you. Oh, but yeah. Oh, and it's fanned. Nice. All right, friends. Anybody else have one that they want me to show?
Me,
Who's me?
Eli.
Eli. Let me pop you in there, Eli. Let me remove Kainoa and go to Eli. Where is he? Here he is. Pin ya. Okay. Wait a minute. Yours is going clear across, dude. Turn your utensils and put them sideways. It has to hold the weight without using the supports.
I need support.
I mean, don't touch the books with your utensils. Just turn them sideways. So show us your thing again. Show us your invention, your bridge. Now take all those things and turn them a 1/4 degree so that they're just in the part over the open area. Oh, you're not going to do it for us, huh? All right, good job, you guys. Is there anybody else who'd like to show us their invention? Sophia, do you have one?
There you go. This is. It's just. I just flipped mine upside down, and it's
Who's,
somehow.
who's talking right now?
Yeah.
Does somebody want me to show their invention? Last call. If you want me to show it, you have to speak up.
Honestly, it was kind of what he was talking.
Anybody? Anybody?
Yes.
No? Okay, we're going to move on, friends. I'm going to get back in my chair.
Kind of like this.
Okay, of course, take a minute to put your books and things away so that you're not stepping on them. Oh, Coraline. Yeah, we should watch Coraline, although it looks so scary. Bring my chair back. Recycle my paper. Recycling
There you
back.
go. It works.
All right, friends.
Just let one rest, and then if I put it in.
All right, so back to class. Today we're doing lesson 403. Let's just take a quick look at it. Hopefully you guys are back with me. Share my screen. Let's go to today on the calendar. So if you look at today, Tuesday, January 10th, you can see that we have our morning meeting. We have 403 text structure trains. We're moving on to another kind of transportation, but we're not going to write about trains. And then you have B today, which is Spanish. In math, we have a new lesson, 705. I actually sent messages reminding any of you who didn't have your other math done to get on it. So I think that's Javier, Sophia, Nora, Jax need to take a look at their math and make sure you're all caught up. And then I challenged you guys to all do a Dreambox lesson. I haven't checked yet. So if you get on there and do one this morning, then I will notice that you've done it. And then in writing today, we're going to make sure we have our 3 topic sentences done and continue to collect information and start on our first body paragraph. And then at the end of the day, we're going to do something on electricity. Very fun. And the reading Warlords are coming in today. And the SRG book club is at 10:30. So that's our day. Let's take a look at the lesson. SRGs, make sure you've done your reading for today. And Sophia and Bree, are you guys going to make it to your book club today? Amoya is out of town. She's traveling.
Well, I was trying to find a platform that has the book because I lost mine.
What is your book? That you're
Dogs Don't Tell Jokes.
Yeah, so it's pretty easy. You go YouTube, Dogs Don't Tell Jokes, read aloud, and then you just put in the chapter, like chapter, what are you on, 7?
Yeah.
Chapter 7, like that, and it will pop up. This is 12, 16, 1, 18. Here's chapter, oh no, that's not it. I know that chapter 7 we did find. Maybe if we do it like this. YouTube, Dogs Don't Tell Jokes. Here it is right there. So Louis Zocker, Dogs Don't Tell Jokes, chapter 7. Okay. All right, Sophia, how about you, Bree? Are you all caught up? Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay. All right, let's take a look at our lesson then. Finding what is common. 7:05. That's not it. That's math. Oops. Language arts. There we go. And then again, right now I have 6 kids signed up for in-person. If any of you are thinking that you're coming to in-person, let me know. And Kainoa, we are going to plan a Monday or Tuesday in person. And I'll tell you why. Anna, yeah? Are you coming?
Yeah, I am.
Yay, great. So Kainoa, the reason we're going to do a Monday or Tuesday is I contacted we have a little recording studio in our, at Flex. And the guy who runs it has agreed to videotape our class doing a glow stick dance in the dark. Did I show you guys those glow stick dances in the dark? Yeah, so we're gonna do one of those. I ordered a whole bunch of glow sticks and you tape them to your clothing and then you go in a black room and you dance and all you can see is the glow sticks moving around. So we'll have to practice and learn a dance. We'll start.
Is it still gonna be the same time, like 8:30 to 11?
Why, is there a better time? You tell me the time that works for you, Kainoa. We have to work with Mr. because he's the one who does that, but we'll talk about it, okay? And if anybody has any other ideas of what you want to perform and record and put on our YouTube station, that would be cool. All right, here we are in mod 4. We are on 403, down here, the 3rd lesson, trains. We have 2 days, it's due tomorrow. And it looks like it's a quiz. And why is it not opening? Come on. Come on, what's going on? What is your problem? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me still? Yes? Okay.
Yeah, we can.
Because it seems like the screen is frozen. Oh, that's lovely.
No, we
Okay,
can.
so maybe I'm not going to go over the lesson today, looks like. Oops, oh, your connection was interrupted. Lovely. Isn't that fun? Oh no, here it comes. Maybe. Oh man, it's slow today. Wow.
Don't you love it when your internet crashes?
Oh, it's so much fun. Okay, 403, text structured trains. Has anybody here ever ridden on a train? What about the zoo train? Yeah?
Does a Disney monorail count?
Sure, but it's not quite like a long train trip. So it used to be back in the olden days before people did own cars that they would travel by train quite a lot. In fact, after the Oregon Trail, one of the things that stopped the Oregon Trail was that they put in a railroad and it was so much easier. Nora, have you been on a long train ride?
When I was little, I used to go on the train ride a lot.
I have a couple of hands raised. Eli and Nora, it looks like maybe have been on train rides. Yeah.
I have a question actually.
What's your question?
Can a grown up like watch over you while you're at the in-person thing?
Yes, if you want to bring a grown up, sure. You have somebody who wants to come, but they have to have done a background check, Eli.
Oh,
So is it your dad?
no, it's my auntie.
So she'd have to go on to the Beaverton BSD website and do the background check. It's super easy. All you do is type in, I'm going to show you how, Beaverton, and as soon as it pops up, Beaverton School District, you go here, and then right on the home page, you go to volunteer. Where is it? Schools, enroll, engage. It's probably under engage. Is that it? No. Welcome to BSD engage. No. No, that's not it. Okay, after I said it's really easy here, volunteer background. Oops. So like Vivi's mom was able to be there because she did the background check. It's not coming up. Oh, after I told you it was super easy, of course we can't find it. Let's go back here and see, where is it? It used to be right on the home page. I don't know why. Oh, quick search. Let's go there. Parents, families. Where is it? 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 I don't see it. Do you see it?
Can't you just search?
Volunteer. Well, I don't know why it's being so weird. Volunteer. Let's see what happens if we look at volunteer. Why is the background? Why is this taking so long? It's driving me crazy today. Thank you very much for your interest in volunteering. All volunteers need to do a background check and get in our system. Here it is. So I'm going to put this link into your thing right now, and you can open up the page, and then she would click as a community member or parent or guardian, whichever one. But it does take about a week, so she probably couldn't come this week. It takes even more than a week, probably a week and a half.
Oh.
So here it is. If anybody wants their parents to do that background check, they have to do that if they're going to go on a field trip or volunteer with us. Okay. Did somebody have another question? No. All right. So here we are. The trains lesson. It's looking at how trains have changed over time. It's 10 pages long. Union Terminal. Like in New York City, they have this Union Station that's just huge. But they're talking about different things that you look at to understand your reading by being able to compare books, put things in chronological order or make a timeline, look at cause and effect. If you haven't done a timeline in your book club, this is a cool thing to do. I know some of the book clubs have done it. Actually, a comparison, now that you guys have read a lot of the same books, then having a comparison discussion is a great thing to do in your book clubs. Cause and effect is something that we need to learn how to identify. The tricky thing about cause and effect is everything causes something else that then affects something else. So it's kind of hard to identify sometimes. And then problem and solution. These are all structures of text. Sometimes you'll have a book that has like a problem and a solution. Sometimes you'll have a book that has cause and effect structure. So these are all different text structures. We've read lots of books in chronological order. Not so many that are comparisons, but right now we're doing comparison texts, like we're comparing different kinds of transportation. So that's what it's talking about. And then tracing text structure. Let's take a look at this. I haven't actually looked at this. Oh yeah, these are different text structures. So I might ask you in your book club, what text structure is this? Is this a chronological order? Like, does it go in order of what happened first and then? Or is it cause and effect? Is it a science article talking about why things happen? Maybe something on global warming. Or a compare and contrast, like the books we're reading now, looking at different kinds of transportation, how they looked in the past and today. These are kind of the way these stories are structured. And look, it says trains. Problem and solution. Sometimes they're set up like this. We're going to be reading more nonfiction in the future, and this is also a cool text structure. So after you look at text structure on page 4, it goes on to more structural success, and it has you read a new story about Union Terminal Through the Ages. It's 4 pages long. I know you guys, and I know that since you don't have to use this book for anything, that you probably aren't going to read it too well. So I'm going to read through this one quickly for you. Union Terminal Through the Ages. The Cincinnati Museum Center at Union Terminal was originally known as Cincinnati Union Terminal. During its heyday, the station, or the train station, was able to accept 216 trains a day. Have you ever thought about how they don't crash together? It had 3 concentric lanes of traffic underneath the building. One was for taxis, one was for buses, and one was for trolleys, which were never used. It is considered to be one of the last great train stations built in the U.S. It's considered to be a beautiful example of Art Deco architecture. It's gone through many transformations, from a busy train station to a derelict building. Derelict means a run-down, unused building. And to its current role as a museum and station again. Cincinnati was a major hub for train travel in the late 19th and early 20th century. It was used as an interchange between the northeastern and midwestern states. Originally, however, there were 5 different stations in Cincinnati, which meant that travelers had to move around the city to catch their connecting train. This led to calls for a single station to be built to make travel easier for commuters, so they didn't have to leave one station, take a taxi to the next. Yet it took almost 30 years of discussions and negotiation before building Union Station was finally begun in 1928. That sounds like how we're building that bridge between Oregon and Washington. We've been talking about it for almost 20 years. Union Terminal Through the Ages, written by Ming Boyd. Architecture. Maybe one of you wants to be an architect someday and design buildings. Look at this beautiful building and fountain. The building is known for its Art Deco style. The rotunda or big room contains the largest semi-dome or half circle, semi means half, in the Western Hemisphere, measuring 180 feet wide and 106 feet high. There are carvings on the outside of the building, and a variety of murals or wall paintings was commissioned for the inside. A French sculptor was also employed to create a jungle-themed artwork for the terminal. Ooh, I've never seen that. I hope they show us. The building's viaduct is 3,500 feet long. The building work was completed on March 31st, 1933. Upon completion, it was designed to accommodate 17,000 passengers and 216 trains per day. The total cost of construction was $41.5 million, which isn't very much nowadays. The beautiful building should have been a thriving hub of activity. Tragically, as a result of the decline in rail travel in the 1930s, that's because people were getting cars, it did not quite live up to expectation. The building did experience a brief revival during the 1940s because of World War II. Troops were constantly on the move throughout this time, and the station was as busy as was originally expected. Nevertheless, this was not to last, and it declined in use throughout the 1950s and 1960s. In 1971, it was down to only 2 trains a day. However, even this could not be maintained, and the station was abandoned the following year. A train company then bought some of the land on which the station was built and planned to demolish or break down part of the building. This led to a struggle between the rail company and Cincinnati City Council, who fought against demolishing the building. It was eventually listed as a historic landmark in 1977. This meant it could not be knocked down. The rise again. Ooh, there's the mural. Look at that. The station was converted to a shopping mall in the late 1970s, and the mall was opened in 1980. As a result of the recession, where the economy or the way money is hard in the early 1980s, the mall officially closed in 1984. It lay derelict or broken down for approximately 10 years before being converted or changed into its present use. Now it contains museums, theaters, a library, and the Cincinnati Railroad Club. Happily, it is also a station once again and is used several times a week by train travelers. Wow! Let's look at where Cincinnati is on a map. Who knows what state Cincinnati is in? Anybody? Anybody? Here we are, Cincinnati, Ohio, it says. Let's take a look. Here's Cincinnati, Ohio, so here's the East Coast, here's the West Coast, and this was the hub. So all the train stations would go here and then off to all the different states. At one time, when the US was developing, and we haven't talked too much about this, because people came over from Europe, they came across and they lived here for the most part. And they saw the rest of this as just wilderness. They didn't even really know what was there. But over time, we spread across the US. So we're going to talk a little bit about that when we talk about history later on. But you can see that there's a lot more people living here. It's a lot more crowded. And a lot fewer people live in these states, except for California. It's gotten super crowded. But anyway, the states on the East Coast are also much smaller. If you look, there can be like 4 states that are the size of Oregon. Oregon's a huge state. Any questions about that article? Okay. So after you read the article, it's going to ask you some questions about it. You're going to think about the text structure. So that was a comparison of how train travel used to be and how it is now. So they're looking at comparing similarities and differences and talking about how you read and think about comparison text. Finally, Writer's Workshop, we're going to work on commas for direct addresses. That's like if I'm talking to you, I'm going to say Carolina, or let me say I'm talking directly to you, Eli. I'm going to say Eli, comma. Make sure and zoom in at 10. So you want to make sure that you don't forget to put commas in when you're directly addressing someone. Mom, comma. Did you do my laundry? On page 7, writing to share, we've got our stuff that we looked at yesterday, your introduction. Page 8 is your exit card, writing direct addresses. And page 9, what did you learn, is a review. And page 10 has the quiz that you're going to do tomorrow. Okay, so now I know you've all read that book, so you should be ready for that tomorrow. So this morning, go ahead and take a look at that. If you haven't done a dream box yet, whiz in and do one now so that by 10 o'clock you'll have one done. And in 8 minutes, go to specials. If you have anything to ask me, stay on. Otherwise, you guys can go. Bye-bye. See you later. Eli, question. That's a nice question. Are you putting it in chat? Okay. Vivi, do you have a question? Or that's Nora. Nora, do you have a question?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So when is the in person again?
It's Thursday this week. So today is Tuesday. It's not tomorrow, but the day after in the morning.
Okay.
Okay. You gonna make it?
Make what?
Make it to the in person? Not sure.
It's on the 12th, right?
Yes.
No, I don't think I can.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, maybe next time. Remember, we're going to do them like every other week now. So
Yeah.
you have a lot more chances.
Okay.
All right. Eli, I still don't see a question in there yet. Bye, Kainoa. Bye, Christian. See you guys later unless you have a question. Christian, what's your question?
What time would you have to go to the in-person thing?
It starts at 8:30 in the morning and it's done at 11:30. So you can go home and have lunch and then come back at 12:20 online for the afternoon.
Okay, so it starts at 8:30?
Yeah. 8:30.
How do you get in?
Sorry?
How do you get in?
Into the building. Your parents just walk you up to the door and we let you in. We open the door.
Miss Laws.
Yeah.
Can you use one form to sign 2 people in?
No. So you mean on the background check? You have to do a separate one.
No. Wait, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Eli, so
No, the form that you have to use to go into the in-person thing.
Oh.
Yeah. You mean for your brother? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Not all teachers have that form. So if your brother's telling his teacher,
Wait, you're recording this entire thing.
oh yeah, we've recorded the